When Sam Clemens was 12 years old, his father died. Shortly afterward, his mother took him out of school and he was apprenticed to Joseph Ament to learn the printing trade. When setting type, the typesetter or compositor stood in front of a stand holding two trays or cases of type. The small letters, used more frequently, were in the lower and closest type case, the capital letters in the uppercase, hence our terms upper and lower case for capitals and small letters. The compositor would start a story with a space to indent the paragraph. Then one at a time, the letters were picked up and placed in the composing stick set for the column width. After the first word, a space would be inserted and the next word set. The type drawers or cases had compartments for each letter of the alphabet, numbers, punctuation. Anything that was to appear on the page needed its separate piece of type. Separate drawers held different sizes of type as needed. At the end of each line, the compositor had to judge if the next word would fit. Every line had to be the same length. The decision was whether the last word exactly filled the line, if it had to be hyphenated, or if the line needed justifying by going back and placing small spaces between the words to justify the line. This process went on until the paragraph was completed, then a new paragraph started, and the process continued until the entire story was set. The story would be taken to a large flat surface or composing stone, ready to be set into a page for the newspaper. All of the material for one page of the paper would be gathered and arranged to fill the page's space. A metal frame or chase would be set around the type, and adjustable spaces used to hold the type firmly in the chase. When all the pages for the edition of the paper were ready, one page would be taken to the printing press. The bed of the press would be cranked out and the type set down. With a roller, ink would be applied to the type and a piece of paper set carefully on the type. Then the bed with the inked type and paper would be cranked into the press. The large lever would apply pressure and transfer the ink from the type to the paper. Next, the bed was cranked out, the sheet of paper lifted off, and the process repeated for as many copies of the paper as were needed. Once one side of the paper was complete, the type was removed from the press, the type for the other side set in place, and the printing process continued by turning the paper over to print the reverse side. When the printing was complete, newsboys would be off to deliver and sell that edition of the paper. The compositors would then take the stories they had set, put them back in the composing stick, head for the type cases, and one piece at a time return or distribute the type and spaces to their compartments, ready to use again. The work involved in getting the paper out limited most small-town papers to weekly editions of 4 pages that could be printed 2 pages at a time. Sam Clemens learned to set type, and by so doing learned a lot of spelling, grammar, punctuation, and writing styles as he literally set stories one letter at a time.